And more than $500 million was raised by Indian startups in the last week of August. So which were the biggest fundraisers of this week? Let's find out at Your Story's weekly funding roundup. Indian startups in the last week of August raised close to $624.61 million across 19 deals. Now this is more than 10 times the amount which was raised by Indian startups last week. Last week, Indian startups raised merely $56 million in total equity funding. Another $5.8 million was raised this week as debt funding across 2 deals. Now, this debt funding was raised by content discovery platform LBB as well as hyperlocal task delivery startup Dunzo. Well, this week, growth stage as well as late stage deals took precedence. There was only one late-stage deal which happened this week in the form of Udaan, which raised close to $300 million in funding. In the growth stage deal category, there was close to $287.8 million which was put by investors across 7 deals. Finally, early stage deals contributed to close to $26.7 million of the overall funding this week, which was raised across 11 deals. This week, regulatory filings show that online marketplace for small businesses Udaan has raised close to $300 million from Altimeter Fund, GGV Capital, as well as existing investors DST and Lightspeed Venture Partners. Now, Udaan was started in 2016 by Flipkart top honchos Vaibhav Gupta, Amod Malviya, as well as Sujit Kumar, and the company is reportedly already clocking close to $1.2 billion in annual GMV. Well, there's nothing stopping Kunal Shah's spread. This week, the Bengaluru-based startup said that it has raised close to $120 million in a round led by Ribbit Capital, Gemini Investments, as well as Sequoia India. With this round, the total valuation of the startup jumps to $450 million. The startup also said that it will be using these funds for international expansion as well as to develop newer products with banking partners. This week, Bengaluru-based bike taxi app Rapido has raised close to $54.65 million in a round led by Westbridge Capital, which also saw participation from Nexus Venture Partners, BACE Funds, as well as Astrin India Investments. Now, it's interesting to note that Rapido has close to 60,000 active riders and it operates in major cities including Bengaluru, Gurugram, as well as Delhi. UPI payments app and digital lending platform for offline shop owners BharatPe this week said that it has raised close to $50 million in a round led by Ribbit Capital as well as Steadview Capital. Now, existing investors Sequoia Capital, Insight Partners and BNex also participated as a part of this round. BharatPe says that it will be using these funds to expand its current merchant base but also be utilized to fulfill the funding requirements for its lending operations. Bengaluru-based online education startup Vedantu this week said that it has raised close to $42 million as a part of a new round which was led by Westbridge Capital as well as Tiger Global. Other investors who participated in this round include Accel, Omidar India, LGT Group, TAL Education, as well as the founders of Vedantu. Now, the startup says that it will be using these funds to deepen its technology capabilities, expand its operation, as well as increase its learners base. In other deals this week, there was US-based software subscription startup ChargeP, which said that it has raised close to $14 million as a part of its Series B round by Steadview Capital. Next, there was Palo Alto-based ThoughtSpot, which said that it has raised close to $248 million as a part of its Series E round at a valuation of $1.95 billion. Well, that was the weekly funding roundup for the last week of August. My name is Tarush Bhalla and I'm going to catch up with you next week with another interesting roundup. A special shout out to our wardrobe sponsors, Uncuffed. Also, India's biggest technology conference, TechSparks, is back and it's in its 10th edition. Applications for the prestigious Tech 30 are now open, and you can find the link to the application on the description below. But while you do that, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more such videos.